Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Offense working from the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. He'll throw it. Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Gives it on the option. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Picked off. What a play to set him up. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Bringing the heat. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
How about the defense going up, making 2 big plays back-to-back? 2nd and goal, sack. 3rd and goal, sack. Nice job on the defense. Not giving up. They gave up some yards, but they didn't break in the end.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
He's got it on the right. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Quick release on the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Lets it fly. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off play action. Moving out of the pocket. He turns it loose to the left. Hits him inside the 20, still going. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Going to the running game. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Forward. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Great job by the back on the option. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put. To that return at the 22. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
A very productive run gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10, easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
The give on the option. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Lopez. Turning it on! Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And, man, that is a great tackle. And your safeties have to be great tacklers, especially nowadays with all these quarterbacks that want to run. These good athletes like this guy right here, nice job being in space, getting him to the ground. That is a tough ask, but, man, did he do it right there.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Absolutely center cut. And after the 3-spot guys were all tied up.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Rhodes. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a fourth and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the fourth down.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Lopez. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to dribble.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He'll try to do it himself. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Under fire. He'll pull it down. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
Okay, so the QB scrambled, went out of bounds. It counts as a sack because it's a loss on the play. You know what I did as a defensive lineman, guys? I chased him and tried to be the first one and the closest one near him. Because guess who gets the sack? Yep, that guy.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. Rolling, throwing, looking right. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Here's the handoff. Slithers into space. There he goes. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Handoff to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Got his man quickly. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Kansas State quick to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The give from the gun. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They're facing a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
He'll start this drive firing. Got it behind the line. It's Pettis. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Touchdown, Kansas State. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll send the tight end in motion. Using his legs, it's Pettis. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
He's going to throw deep right side. Snags it inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides the back on the option to give. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They take the lead with the 6. They'll try to add another to their lead.
Quarterbacks love finding their tight ends down here in this area of the field. Big targets in small spaces. Nice work on that TD.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Kansas State pushing the pace.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Setting up the screen. Makes a man miss. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the touchdown.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Bringing it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick 6 to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the 4th quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. He'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Rhodes. Good pickup, a little bit short of the steps.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting a nice... of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And that was one of those gotta have it. I mean, it's a 4th quarter, 4th down. We got to get some points. Palmer, they needed that one.
Yeah, all routes have to be run at the right depth, and the ball's got to come out at the right time. Nice job there by the quarterback, working through his progression, finding the open man, and keeping this drive alive.
Of course, it was the quarterback. I thought it was the receiver. And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
And I tell you what, these big-bodied tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money. But this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Plucks it out of the air. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Kansas State quick to the line. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Fires to the tight end. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
4th down.
Oh, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got...
Snap to the up man, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Here comes the heat. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in, and they're able to get him down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, they're after him. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Wide open downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, TCU!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Timeout, TCU.
Kansas State knows the clock's on its side. They'll move the tight end. Rides to back and leaves it. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
And this has to feel great for this offense. To come out here in front of your home crowd and make as many plays as you made, it's going to build a lot of confidence moving forward.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things and wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true. So I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated anymore, but you can still win a national championship. The key is the leadership in the locker room. They've got to turn the page. They've got to get everybody